think you can hit your target?
From this range? How could I miss?
So this is it. You finally get your chance to settle the score.
Yeah, been waiting over a year. I didn't think I'd ever get my shot.
I was beginning to doubt it myself. Barely clipped you. Let's get out of here. So this is what you've been working on this whole time? Your escape vehicle?
Yeah, I was just waiting for a driver I could trust behind the wheel. It's never been tested, but now seems as good a time as any to see what it can do.
Hey, wing. Nice option.
I thought so.
Alright guys, that's Spyhunter Nowhere to Run. There are some bonus missions or levels that I'm not going to do, I don't think. Maybe I will. I'll probably put in some cheats so I can unlock the levels. But I don't think I will. Excuse me. This game. Let me get comfy. This game is. It was okay. Will I say that it's the best Spy Hunter game out of the trilogy? Yes. I will. I'll say that. Mainly because the levels aren't too hard. The levels aren't too hard, and there's some variation. You know, I'm not saying that this is a good game. It's not a bad game. The third-person shooting is okay. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of James Bond: Everything or Nothing. Just for the simple fact that like there's a lot of options, like in third-person in third-person mode or third-person, whatever you want to call it. When you're not holding a gun, you have a few options for combat. You can grab, you can punch, stuff like that. And I'm sure there are other games like that. There are other linear games like that, but the closest one I can think of is James Bond, Everything or Nothing. And also From Russia with Love. The game has a lot of hand-to-hand combat, or quite a few, more than your average third-person shooter, hand-to-hand combat options. And yeah, I say this is better than part 1 because part 1 wasn't really all that great. I mean, it was a good game. It's better than part 2, but I can never forgive the fact that the game kind of forces you to play it. Like you have to do like the game kind of forces you to play it. And I think when the game forces you to play it, it's already lost. It's like, play me, play me. Like you're gonna play this game, and it's like I don't want that right there. Because in part 1, you get points, and each mission has like bonus objectives or side objectives, and you can ignore them if you want to, but after a while you're not gonna be able to progress. Like once you pass like level 3 or 4, or maybe 2 or 3, you won't be able to progress any further because your points are too low because you haven't done enough objectives. And I can see if there was a point to the objectives. Oh yeah, there is a point, because the game says so. In other words, the game is kind of forcing you to just play it, and it's like I can't get with that right there. When the game forces you in that kind of way to play it, then it's kind of already lost it. But it is better than part 2, and the main thing wrong with part 2 is that I didn't like is the game is just unnecessarily hard. Yeah, you don't have to earn points to complete missions. That's a good thing, but the game is like balls to the wall hard. Like I'm surprised I even beat the game. I'm surprised I ever beat it and recorded it. So part 1 is flawed, part 2 is flawed. This game right here, the driving sections, they're not the best, but they're not as hard, or they don't take themselves, I guess, too seriously as the driving missions in the first 2 games. And by that I mean the combat. So it's kind of like well balanced, I guess. Well, not well balanced, but it's fairly balanced. But then again, I played it on easy, so. And also, it varies up the gameplay by adding on foot sections. I'm not saying these games make it better. I'm not saying the on foot sections make it better. But I'm saying that it's better than the variation which was found in parts 1 and part 2, which was 0. In part 2, it's do all these missions and most of the side objectives. And part 1 is just, balls to the wall, unfairly and unnecessarily hard at certain points. So this is the best one. Neither part 1 or part 2 were any good to begin with. So yeah, that's it. My next Let's Play attempt is going to be, I believe, Terminator 3 Redemption. That game I might give up on because I've tested it out a few times. It's not looking too good. It's pretty freaking annoying. But we'll see. And if that doesn't work out, then I'll try Driver 3 again, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, it's weird because when I set out to do vehicle games, my list was only flight sims or whatever. And now that I've come back to do vehicle games, I haven't played any flight sims at all, although they're on my list. So yeah, the third person combat, it also kind of reminds me a tad, not really in feel, but just in look. It reminds me of Psyops, the game where you use psychic powers to do all kinds of stuff. That's what it kind of reminds me of, and which makes sense because Psyops, I believe, was made by Midway, and this game was, well, I don't know who made Psyops. I know Midway published it. I'm not sure who developed the game, Just like with this game, I know Midway published it, but I don't know who. But I'm not quite sure who developed it. I'll have to look that up. But we're not really too interested in looking it up. But yeah, it's a good game. I had some fun, I guess. And yeah, I'm glad to have the trilogy completed. So until next time, you guys, take care, be safe. This is Inquisitor Oz on Novolip signing out. And let's see, today is Thursday, January 12th, 2023, 5:36 p.m. This is the first game. Yeah, this is the new year. It's the first Let's Play I've completed. My first completed Let's Play of the year. So here's to many more, I guess. I hope. Take care, guys.